All right, I think we're live. Couple minutes early, but let me fix this echo. Echo. Should be all good now. Well, we'll see if we can get this ship cracking in our silver spurs. Now, Nickel and Terry dropped in their comments right after I set this up. I don't know if there's anybody actually in. Oh, it says 3 people watching. Very cool. Thanks for being here. But yes, I am kind of excited. I've got some good things going on in my life, and I had a very fun day yesterday that I figured I could come up and share some stuff with you guys and promote some good friends. Steve, good evening, buddy. How you doing? But yesterday, it was a miserable rainy day around here. And if I stayed home, about the only thing I would have accomplished was cleaning the house. Now, I ain't saying it doesn't need it, but I avoid that stuff like the plague. It's pretty bad when you live alone and you don't clean up after yourself. But that's another story altogether. Great Scott, good evening. But I had made a couple of pours for Angel, Miss Coin Crew, the squirrel. According to GPS, it's 140 miles from my front door to their store. Orta, good morning. Good evening. Yeah, it is evening, isn't it? But at any rate, I went over to Muskegon yesterday and visited with Keith and Angel Boyer for a couple hours. Had a lot of fun over there. I'll talk about that more as we're going through this. I don't think Nickel or Terry are here. They put their comments in when I put up this message a bit ago. Angel, how you doing? What do you mean bedtime? At least an hour to go until I fall asleep. I do manage to stay up until the street lights come on. But I had a fun time over at your place yesterday. And I wanted to come up and brag on you a little bit. Hey, Angel. But at any rate, my family is on the verge of growing. My daughter-in-law is due in 2 days to deliver a little baby girl, Evelyn Ruth, that I'm really excited about it. But I don't really collect silver. Most of y'all probably understand that if you've heard me talk about silver much. I have some, but I have one collection that's very near and dear to my heart. And that I have a $1 coin or $1 worth of coins for my grandparents, my parents, my siblings, my children, and my grandchildren. Well, I'm going over to visit Angel and bring her a couple of pours that I had for her. And I said, well, I'm going to pick up my coin for Evelyn. And I get over there. The way it worked out, Keith gave me this beautiful 20. Well, back up. There we go. 2024 Silver Eagle for my granddaughter. I could show you the whole set. I've got everything up Yeah, but it really is pretty much the only thing that I collect that's as a collection, with the exception of my Rwandan nautical ounces. But I've got this one that's Evelyn's coin. Got this 2019, excuse me, year of the dog, because that's the year that I got Athena. So you see, even my animals have their coins. And then there's my grandson Sterling. It's a 2016. Good evening, everybody. David Carlisle, Nickel, Orta. Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. Hello, Lisa. And then we take a step back a little ways. This is a 94. And that is for Kelly, my very, very pregnant daughter-in-law. This one is cool. It's a 93. It's my son Jack's coin. Those were the very first ASCs I bought. This was just a little over 5 years ago. But I went and met this guy, and he had 4 93s. I thought, oh, that's cool. That's my son's birth year. That's what kind of gave me the idea to start this. One of them was all toned up, and the other 3 were just uncirculated. Jack Gallman, good evening. I think silver was about $12 an ounce. I gave him $40 for the 4 of them. I sent the all toned up one to my son, and I started my collection. Terry, welcome and good evening. And then I've got this 87. That's my daughter's birth coin. This one, my favorite one of all of them. 85 Libertad. There wasn't anything else. I got that for my son-in-law. When he got his copy of it, how come mine's different than everybody else's? He still doesn't understand that his is better. Well, more valuable, more sought after. But got those. Then my sister's come up. This is a 1950. I've got Benjis for her. I got to have 2 of them because I got to have $1 worth, right? They're nice Benjis. I like those coins. I'm not going to show you mine because I don't want you to know what year I wasn't born in. But then there's this here. It's a really nice Walker, 1946, for my one sibling that is still alive. But the toning on it is just fugly, but it's really in very, very good shape. But got that. And then I got this one for her. And it just wore out. Tom Larson, how are you? Good evening. I'm so glad y'all stopped in. I grew my family stack a little bit just yesterday, and I'm just so happy about it. And then my sister that was born in 44, I got one really nice one for her, and then one that isn't. But I got them. But this is probably the best one of all of them. You got a little bit more. 1924, that's my mama's birth year. That coin came out of a coal bin, and there is very, very little wear on it. I think I paid $12 for it. But then these are the saddest ones I've got. And maybe y'all can help me with this somewhere down the line and not charge me an arm and a leg. But my papa was born in 1919. There were no dollars that year. There weren't a whole lot of walkers made. And almost every one of them that I ever see is just wore out. But then we get, this is my mom's mom, 1901. That's a nice, it's toned up pretty good, but it's a really nice coin. The only wear on her was just over her ear. Again, came out of a coal bin. This one's Papa, my mom's dad, 1899. You can definitely see the wear on it, but it's still in pretty good shape. Again, out of a coal bin. And then 1889 for my dad's dad. I love the toning on this coin, but it is kind of wore out. And then the last but not least is my dad's mama, 1888. That's a beautiful coin. That thing came out of a coal bin. I mean, there's some bag marks on her face, but the wear on it is so minimal. It's just on the very peaks of stuff. You know, it's not uncirculated. Absolutely, it's not. But it's in really, really good shape. I think I paid $12 for that one. But 5 years ago, when that was the price on it. But I grew my family stack. And very much thanks to Angel and Keith. So that's a big thing I wanted to do. And if you guys, any of you, if you happen to be in Michigan, over in Western Michigan, Muskegon Heights, you got to stop in and visit the Coin Zone. It's a really nice store, great people. I don't doubt it, Angel. You've been doing this longer than I have. I've only been doing this a little over 5 years. But I've got the stuff I want too. Wendy, good evening. Tammy Rich, good evening. Welcome. Hey, anybody that wants to come up, you're welcome to come up. I'm not real good at entertaining people. I bounce things off a whole lot better. And I just love the way this guy came out. Took Angel some good pours yesterday too. Do you like tea, Angel? Well, Tom, send me 3 ounces of silver and I'll make one for you and send it to you. And I do believe that I put my address, or no, at least my email address in the description below. So if you want to get in contact with me, there's a place for you to do it. Now, like I said, Keith gave me that ASE for my granddaughter, so I had to buy something while I was there. And I told you I love that peace dollar for my mama. I went through their cold peace dollars. And as I'm looking through, Keith goes, well, what? I said, well, I'd love to get me a 24. I said, I buy 24s all the time when I see them. He goes, oh, there's a 24 right there. And there sure enough was. And I went through the rest of them. And I go, I thought this was a 24. It's just a little better shape than that other one. But it's a I noticed it was a 34 when I got home. But it's still another $1 in the stack. But what a cool day. And then when I was on the way over there, I noticed that I drove about 5 miles from a friend of mine's house that I used to work with 25 years ago. And I don't get to see Dave real often, and we have really good conversations. when I was heading back home, I got up to Fruit Ridge Road and drove 5 miles down Fruit Ridge Road and went and spent a couple hours with my buddy there. Always an educational conversation when we get together. At this guy, he's for the last 20 years, he's been a big contractor with the Gates Foundation, studying tropical diseases. He's done a lot of really, really powerful and good work with malaria. He was doing that before he ever went to work with the Gates Foundation. But the Gates Foundation is falling apart. It's really quite interesting. But when Bill and Melinda got divorced, I guess Melinda signed some paperwork that said that she would stay with the foundation in total for 2 years. The 2 years is up. She's taking half of the foundation money and starting her own foundations. Not a good thing for women because it's all women's health research stuff that she wants to do. And if you know anything about the Gates, there isn't anything that they've done that has been for the good of anybody. It's mostly all to kill people. So be careful about what you find out there. But the good part of it is the work that the Gates Foundation has been doing for the last few decades. A lot of it is being defunded because they don't have as much money as they used to have. Because she took a few $100 billion. I don't know what the number is, but it was half of the foundation is gone. But how y'all doing? I'm expecting almost at any time a phone call to let me know that Evelyn is here or on her way. And when that happens, I will be leaving town for a few days to go meet my granddaughter. Oh, my videos and my appearances might just kind of disappear for a few days. Don't worry about it. I'm having the best time in the world. Anybody want to come up and spend some time up here? You're all awful welcome. I'd actually kind of appreciate it because I'm running out of shit to say. Big thing I want to push on you guys, though, is go visit the Coin Zone. Come to Michigan. Spend your tourist money in Michigan and go visit the Coin Zone. Angel and Keith are great. I mean, I've known them for a couple of years through YouTube, but getting to spend a couple of hours with them is just fantastic. And Keith does a deal. If you're a YouTuber and you come in the store and tell him you're a YouTuber, he'll probably film you. He filmed me, I don't know, what do you think, Angel? 45 minutes yesterday? I'll be surprised if you get 5 minutes worth of useful video out of it, though, because it was just ridiculous. We were having fun fooling around, and there wasn't much of an interview or anything like that about it. But it was a lot of fun. Nice store. And if you want proof ASEs, Keith is your guy. Every year. He's got every year of them. So, I mean, well, you could go in there and do like the one guy, and drop a bunch of F-bombs I think Keith enjoyed putting that video out there, but I'm not sure how much it helped his channel. But yeah, they film me. But if you're a YouTuber, you get your silver dollars. You knock $2 off the price on them too. It's a Saturday special for YouTubers, 7 days a week. Well, Angel, if you get any useful video out of that, I will say that you are on par with Steven Spielberg, because that was just ridiculous. But we had fun. I enjoyed seeing the other customers come in there and buy stuff too. And just watched them do it. No influence over them at all. I don't know though. My just being there probably kept half the people away. Well, we'll see if you come up with anything that will make a video that you can put out. I'll be surprised. Yeah, 8mm film. That's what Keith was using, with all the scratches and the little rattles and stuff in the sound. And Cyclops, for you, it's going to be stone etchings. Yeah, buddy. I'll get you right back for that France Wall comment. Oh, man. Every time I see Cyclops, he tells me that I was born in southern France. I ain't no frog. If I was born somewhere else, it was Ireland. But I think most likely it was in Texas with my Indian heritage. Well, Axilla, it is totally up to Angel. I mean, she's got free reign. She can use whatever part of that video that she wants to use. Angel, whatever, yours or Keith's, it doesn't matter. It's your video to work with. Terry, there is no question about that. I think he learned from you, darling. That's what he keeps telling me. He said you taught him how to be bad. It's been raining pretty much all afternoon, Lisa, which is really a shame because I was kind of hoping to get outside and do a little yard work. It's gonna get way behind me, especially when I gotta leave for a few days. All this rain, my grass is growing, the weeds are growing. My driveway, I think I've got my driveway issue settled. Then I put in a 3-foot wide, 8-inch deep French ditch. And all the rain I had yesterday, all that I could see when I got back was the pollen sitting on top of the dirt. So I think I can put some padding down and cover that up with rocks, and the driveway will be good. That's one project. Now I've got about 5,000 more. Oh yeah, we've had lots of rain. When I drove to Muskegon yesterday, 140 miles, I think there might have been 5 minutes I turned my windshield wipers off. It was amazing. Oh, Roxzilla, I got an email from your Secret Santa today. They're having a difficult time learning about your personality. I told him what I could, as honest as I could about you. But you need to put you need a channel with some videos so that I know what you respond to and you laugh at when you're in Miss Ida's, and I know what you and I have talked about. But it's hard for me to tell somebody else what to get for you for a present. But I think at this point, probably half of the people have sent out their Secret Santa gifts. I've gotten lots of confirmations on the tracking numbers and stuff that have been sent out. I actually my Secret Santa sent me an email with the tracking information on my gift that's coming to me. That made me smile. Wendy, these days, no matter how a person answers that, it still doesn't really answer it, does it? And you can swallow them like Tums, Tom. Well, I got my gift. It's all put together. It's actually in the envelope. I need to seal the envelope and put it in the mail. But I had to wait for the local gift shop to be open so that I could get a local Christmas card to send with it. But they don't have to be there until the 1st of July, so we're not even a full week into June yet. But I hope people will come up on Miss Ida's, or when Ida's gone, come on when I'm covering or Angel's covering and show off what they get for their Christmas present, because I think I have a lot of fun opening up a gift not knowing what it might be. That is good. But I want to see what everybody else gets too. There you go, Orta. Except I can't do the Tootsie Rolls anymore. No more Tootsie Rolls. I'm doing medicated meat sticks now. And I don't really want to make the Tootsie Rolls because they're so damn good. It makes me want to eat them. Yeah, I'm working hard trying to stay away from the sugar. I fail a lot, but it ain't near like it was before. Yeah, medicated meat sticks, and they are yummy. Use beef below, pork, lots of spices. Put some jalapeno in them, some fresh onion, and then put them on the smoker for about an hour and a half. Pretty much, except for they're more like Jack Links. That think about it. Fats blend. And they taste good. And I've got so much freaking RSO. I gotta have some way to consume the stuff. Oh, nice, Wendy. There is a brewery up here. Well, not a brewery, a winery that makes cannabis wine. I have not, but I've never had any wine that I've ever really liked. I'm just not a wine drinker. Hey, whatever works, Orta. I did a few bowls of hash earlier. I'll probably do another one before I go to bed in about half an hour. But hero of the night. And anybody that wants a Trump bust, 73 ounces of silver, and I'll send you back a Trump bust. This guy right here weighs 54 grams. So I'll get like an ounce in the sprue. If you want to practice with it, putting a little RSO into meat, try making some spaghetti sauce with a little RSO in it. That I have done that before, and that mixes really well. And with all the cheese and the pasta and everything, you don't taste it. Just make sure you don't eat too much. One thing I have never done, and I don't know if I ever would do, is like put it on a steak. But I just, I'm a carnivore. I like the taste of meat. I saw he was doing a speech somewhere earlier, but I don't watch a lot of his speeches just because they're almost all the same. Yeah, I saw it was getting close to 300 million there, Nickel. Also, what the conviction was a week ago today, I think. Well, if I could raise $250 million in a week, I might retire. Exactly, Rockzilla. That's kind of a bad thing with the Tootsie Rolls, isn't it? But I think I'm kind of running out of juice here. Don't have a whole lot more to talk about, but I do absolutely appreciate everybody coming in and spending some time and letting me go through my one collection with y'all. But that collection it is important to me. You know, when I have to use my silver for barter, those are the very last coins that will ever go. I guarantee you that. Unless maybe I upgrade them. I could upgrade like my dad's coins and my grandparents' coins. Thomas, nice to see you too, buddy. But I am going to say good evening now. And thanks for coming in. And I will see y'all in Miss Ida's, or I don't know, maybe in Rocky's stream Sunday night. But I think by Sunday night, I'll probably be down in Southern Ohio for a couple of days. Later, Terry. Much love, darling. I'll unlock the front door for you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a blessed night, everybody.